County. Brian?
Okay, yeah, I haven't heard anything else about Meade County than the report of some of the larger hail reports that we've been getting about close to about 3% in size. Tornado warning for Bullock County, Hardin, and Meade counties and Harrison counties. That does remain in effect again until 4:15 this afternoon. Still strong rotation. We have not heard of anything really touching the ground out of this. We've had that damage around the Irvington area.
Right now looking at that picture, but you can see those darker clouds off on the western horizon and the heavy rain pocket as well. Once that moves across any one location, winds will likely dramatically pick up, and there could be even some hail as well. And you can see these things. Look at that cloud base right there. That thing is just flying right now off to the east and southeast. Once it passes over any one location, those winds are going to start really picking up. Now, this storm does not have a tornado warning with it, and that storm is indeed heading towards the downtown area. Other storms that do have tornado warnings, northeast and also off to the southwest. Let's go over to Super Doppler radar. We're tracking the cells as they're moving out of Floyd County and Clark County, and will be sweeping across the metro as well as Oldham County here in relatively short order. Watson, Hibernia, Elizabeth on top of us right now. Harmony Landing, as well as Harmony Village next couple of minutes. Jeffersonville on top of us right now, pretty much. Owen, Longview Beach next 3 minutes or so. Let's go down the list here. Sunset Village, downtown Louisville, Waterfront Park, Shively, about 3 minutes away. That's when this line of wind and rain will race across your area. Prospect, Harrods Creek, Clifton, U of L, Germantown, next 5 to 8 minutes or so. And then finally, let's go a little bit farther down the list. Prospect, Northfield, PRP, Greenhaven, Audubon Park, next 5 to 10 minutes. So if you're in and close to these areas, know you have some pretty strong storms headed in your location, capable of producing some wind damage, winds that could be 50, 60 miles per hour with that particular line. But at this time, we do not have tornado warnings in effect for the metro, but they are not far away. They're off to the northeast. They're off to the southwest as well. So having said that, let's do some tracking here. The tornado warning storms are off to the north here, and the other one is off to the southwest. All right, Jerry, let's zoom in on that supercellular storm right there. Kind of wrapped up still, certainly, from near West Point and points off to the south near Fort Knox. By the way, folks, if you're watching from Fort Knox, Vine Grove, stay in your warning shelter area. If by chance you're in Radcliffe and you got a good view off to the north, if you can, take a snapshot, take a picture of it for us and send it to our Facebook page, Greater Louisville Weather Update, so we can get a good idea as to what that storm may be producing in this region. This storm is going to be passing off to the north of the It's right on top of these communities. Dixie Highway, of course, as it extends down into Hardin County. Trussell Road, Louisville, Nashville, Turnpike, down towards State Highway 447, Baker Road, and the 484th, I should say, Engineer Road, as we're getting a little bit closer to the base itself. So everything moving off to the east and northeast.
And if we take the analyzer, Jay, this is right on top of the Fort Knox radar dome. There's some pretty strong rotation that's moving eastward and right into this general vicinity. So I wouldn't be a bit surprised if this is producing a tornado. And we got reports that they've gotten some pictures at the Weather Service that this storm did in fact produce a tornado, and a confirmation of that over Cloverport.
Okay. Damage reports, anything coming in?
We're not hearing anything from there right now.
Suzanne?
Irvington and Breckenridge County, we had a report of roofs blowing up.
Oh, jeez. And that's right where that storm went over. Same exact storm. Okay. So, basically it's that supercellular storm that is moving across extreme eastern Meade County, now into northern Hardin County, heading towards Bullock County. Folks, get into that basement if you're in western Bullock County, northern Hardin County, and the remainder of extreme southeastern Meade County, as we have a very violently rotating storm headed in your direction. New tornado warnings, by the way, have just been issued farther off to the south and southwest to encompass really the rest of Grayson County, Litchfield, and points off to the east. We'll get to that momentarily. In the meantime, this other supercellular storm, this one, has been long tracked. This one has had a history of producing funnel clouds and tornadoes, and this is now moving across portions of, let's see, we have southern Carroll County, extreme northern Henry County into northwestern Owen County, right around the Worthville area. That's ground zero for a possible tornado. Haven't had a lot of reports from that storm in a while now, have we?
No, we have not.
Okay, but you know what? Looking at the radar, the notch that we're seeing there, and the fact of just the environment that's out there in the atmosphere, we still have to at least consider the possibility that there's a funnel cloud or a tornado still occurring with this particular cell as it's tracking off towards the east very, very rapidly. We're down to street level mapping there at State Highway 467, State Highway 227, State Highway 355, and State Highway 389. And this is very close to the Henry-Carroll County line and extending on into Owen County as well. Jared, if you would, let's pull out and let's track that now. And you can see on the left-hand portion of your TV screen, these are live pictures coming in from meteorologist Matt Milosevic as he's traveling, I take it southbound, Victor? Okay, he's in Louisville right now, right around the airport, but he's heading southbound, trying to intercept that other supercell storm that is coming out of Meade County, now tracking across northern Hardin County. The storm tracker on the right-hand portion of your screen, tracking the northeastern supercell, still capable of producing a tornado, no question about it, but we're talking about Wheatley here. Jared, would you move that storm track box a little over to the right? Wheatley, 6 minutes out. Sanders, 9 minutes away. New Liberty, 11 minutes out. Sparta, near the racetrack there, about 12 minutes away. And by and large, that's going to stay just off to the north of the Owenton area, but will likely impact Bromley, Long Ridge, Eagles Hill, as well as Jonesville in the next 15 to 20 minutes. As you can see, as we drive south by the airport, southbound 65, still dry roadways at least there, but you know, a little bit farther off to the south, we have a very strong cell that is really starting to develop there. Jared, go ahead and do an analysis, if you would, on that. Boy, it's moving into northwestern Bullitt County now.
Yes, it is, Jay, and we're getting reports now. Even though it looks like to me the tornado warning has expired, we'll have to check on that because this thing is producing funnel clouds right now over Fort Knox and is heading right for Shepherdsville into Bullitt County now firmly. It's on State Highway 44 as it's heading eastward. It's underneath this area of very dense precipitation. It's almost right in here, it looks like to me, Jay, where we're seeing a potential tornado, and it looks like it may be cycling a little bit and maybe trying to regain its rotation. But if you're right along the Brooks exit down toward Shepherdsville on I-65, this is ground zero for a possible tornado at any point in time over the next several minutes. In addition to that, tornado warnings are in effect for Grayson, southern Breckenridge, as well as Hardin counties in Kentucky, with the storm coming out of Ohio County. That's produced some prolific wind damage we're hearing. And as we head down that way on the analyzer, Jay, this one is heading right for Caneyville and does show some pretty strong rotation. It looks a lot better here in the reflectivity, the rainfall field, as you see it wrapping around that rotation as it's passing over Caneyville.
Yeah, definitely. It's heading right towards Caneyville and Litchfield. So, folks, you were hard hit last couple of days. We realized that. Boy, here we go again. Watching from Grayson County, get into that basement right now from about the Parkway, Western Kentucky Parkway, and points off to the north. Let's go back up to the storm that's closer to Bullitt County, skirting the Jefferson-Bullitt County line. Let's go over to Super Doppler radar. And there you go. This is the storm we're watching. There's Valley Station, the PRP area, down into northwestern sections of Bullitt County, from Brooks down to Shepherdsville. We have a rotating thunderstorm. This storm has indeed produced a tornado already as it moved across northern Breckenridge County, and the rotation seems to be tightening here. This thing is moving off towards the east-northeast. As Jared mentioned, we've had reports of some funnel clouds with this storm as it moved across the Fort Knox area, and it continues to push off towards the east-northeast. So let's go ahead and zoom in tight, and it'd be this general area. You can see very close to Shepherdsville right now, Gap and Knob, where we've got a developing hook echo, some of that precipitation wrapping around the rotating part of the storm, which typically happens with tornadic thunderstorms. Jared, if you would, put a couple of those streets on for us coming out of the Shepherdsville area. This is where the threat is quite high in this location as well for damaging straight-line winds and even a possible quick tornado spin-up, and certainly funnel clouds. State Highway 44, State Highway 61, State Highway 1020, also State Highway 44 as you go west of Shepherdsville. So it's this area. National Weather Service has actually reported a tornado by the Fort Knox area a few moments ago, so it's that cell.
And we've got a new tornado warning that is now coming out. Let's go over to the Doppler network. I want to quickly paint on the warnings because this warning will include parts of Metro Louisville, and as it is heading northeastward, they're going to go ahead and issue a tornado warning for parts of the southeastern metropolitan area. And you can see, Jay, about the southeast half of Louisville now is underneath a tornado warning as this storm passes off toward the east. Bullitt County and southern Jefferson County along the Gene Snyder and points southward. You are underneath a new tornado warning that goes until 4:45, exactly because of that report of a funnel cloud and a tornado touchdown they saw near West Point.
All right, so back over to Super Doppler radar. There's the new warning. Northern portions of Bullitt County, southeastern Jefferson County, parts of the metro, basically from about the Snyder and points off to the south, at least running close to that from J-Town and points off to the south. For this storm, which is rotating quite violently, has a tornado associated with it. A tornado reported near Fort Knox, funnel clouds as well, and a tornado earlier near Cloverport in Breckinridge County. Well, that storm is now right on top of the I-65 corridor in between Shepherdsville and Brooks, and that tornadic part of the thunderstorm is heading off towards the northeast rapidly, will influence Mount Washington, the High Grove area, and a little bit later, over the next few minutes, we'll be moving on into Elk Creek, Taylorsville, region of Spencer County. This video taken from, is this video or live right now, Victor? Okay, this video is coming in from the Shepherdsville area, and you can see with some strong thunderstorm activity. Hard to tell. Victor, how long ago was this? Victor, I'm sorry, folks. Victor is our producer up in the booth there. 5 minutes ago, so potentially it could be a rain-wrapped tornado there. Kind of hard to tell if we have a rotation right there. But that would be the location, folks. That would be the storm that is producing that tornadic weather as it's moving across sections of Bullitt County right now. Boy, that's an ominous. That could be it right there. Jared, Suzanne, what do you think? We're looking immediately west from Shepherdsville of the storm as it's moving off to the east. Right now it's on top of Shepherdsville, Gap and Knob, and this is pushing towards Mount Washington. So let's go ahead and pull out there a little bit on Super Doppler radar. And let's do some tracking here, Suzanne, if you would. Take that storm off to the east-northeast at speeds of around 50 miles per hour. If you have to pull it a little bit more, so go ahead. And this is going to carry it over the Mount Washington area, Ellis Park, Beachdale, Mount Clair over the next several minutes. We're talking anywhere from, 10 to 20 minutes out. It'll be passing east of Shepherdsville and Gap and Knob. But it's going to be running parallel to 44 there, the way it looks, and may